What's up with y'all? This King Rip. Just want to let y'all know right now with these weird officers, these wandering officers with this weird group, council push, whatever, you feel me? The council one, the emotional ones, you feel me? What they're doing right now, especially in Los Angeles, because y'all see a lot of crashes, right? They're not just crashing on their own. They're being told to crash too. Because if y'all notice, I can walk down the street, right? And these officers will pop up looking stupid as hell, right? So what they're thinking in their head is they can turn on they sirens. You feel me? And then after they turn on their sirens, if you notice, the traffic starts speeding up. And then later on, you see a crash. You feel me? That means their liability. That means whoever they crashed into get that money. And then on top of that, them lawyers finna find out everything that's in their phone. You feel me? Like, so that's a waste of everybody's time on that note. You feel me? Like, they ain't getting paid out of that. That's not how insurance work. That's not how none of that work. You feel me? And I just got my passport, you know? Got that process like I told y'all a while ago that I was gonna do. Yeah, just did that. You feel me? But yeah, that's and another note, when y'all see these officers trying to pretend, you feel me, like ambulances and fire trucks supposed to be, you know, riding up and down the street. That's not their protocol to do that. Notice they stay in one spot and wait for an emergency call. They don't ride up and down the street trying to communicate the bombs. You feel me? Because when they come around, you see the little Stockholms try to come around and, you know what I mean, all that other stuff. So they put themselves out there, which is why a lot of them getting indicted and fired and all types of other stuff in charge. You feel me? So it is what it is with that too. But yeah, just to give y'all a heads up, because lately y'all been seeing a lot of crashes. You feel me? And a lot of these crashes is unnecessary. On that note, you feel me? But y'all have a field day with them in court though. Remember, I already sued. I stopped the SUV with my left ankle. You feel me? After that, they told all the stalkers, don't try to do this no more. Don't try to do it. They looked as stupid as hell. You feel me? They looked at dumb as hell. So regardless, I got over what, 200,000, and never spent it. You feel me? Never spent it. And then the officers, they was trying to act like, oh, we got his number from the insurance. So what they thought was they can try to call my number and obstruct justice. You feel me? Like try to badger the witness type of thing. You feel me? So what they did was trying to act like they running behind, you know, little phone calls. Oh, I'm so and so. I'm this. I'm that. I'm this. I'm that. And then they started trying to turn into a commercial. So that was found out too, and that was more money. You feel me? Then they backed the hell all the way up. You know what I mean? They wasn't trying to play on my phone no more. They weren't trying to call my phone no more. Like, you know what I mean? They didn't want nothing to do with me no more. When you go legal on them, because you remember, they got a badge. These stalkers, they listened to a badge. So they imitated these badges. These badges were clan members. It wasn't all the badges, but it was just that particular sector. You get what I'm saying? It's not legal to stalk. So when y'all see them self-destructing, when y'all see them telling people to throw their trash all over the street, they're letting y'all know basically they're exiting the building. They're leaving the country. They're getting ready to get prosecuted. You feel me? Like a lot of bad stuff is happening to them. So a lot of self-destruction is happening. And a lot of bougie people is trying to act like they gonna get their dollars in the process. You feel me? And no, that doesn't happen. Like, first of all, is like with the crash over there by close by going down 82nd. You know what I mean? Going down 82nd, 83rd, right? When you pass Figueroa, going back that way, passing Figueroa, not going towards Broadway, but going towards that way. You know what I mean? Excuse me. It is what it is. You feel me? But you can't get out of the car, being a group of males, trying to act like you really think that putting on a demeanor or a persona that don't have nothing to do with that crash, that somebody's supposed to believe you because you put on a persona. That persona don't mean nothing You know what I mean? First of all, you crashed. And when they find out that you was told to crash, now they can go into, oh, this was an attempted murder. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, the court don't think the way they're trying to make it seem. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, why would you crash your vehicle into another vehicle that has life in that vehicle? What else are they going to think about? Do you get what I'm saying? People are that irresponsible, and they shouldn't have a vehicle, period. You feel me? And when y'all see me out there, what did I say earlier? You say you got a vehicle. You say you're doing all of this, you got all of that, right? Then why aren't you hustling? Why you just wasting your gas because you want to give somebody else an emotion, but you're not working? You got a vehicle, but you're not doing deliveries. You're not doing Lyft or Uber or something. You bougie. You bougie. You're trying to be flashy. You're trying to be emotional with somebody else because you're desperate and you're toxic and nobody don't want you. So this is why you're wasting your life away, just like your gas. You know what I mean? So that's why y'all see me make fun of them out there like that. That's why y'all see me, you know, treat them the way I treat them. You feel me? And keep it pushing. You feel me? Like, them tires gonna keep on turning because there's better in life. You cannot dwell on who's trying to do what and their self-destruction. Remember, it's read in the Bible too. Do not fear the sudden disaster of the wicked. What y'all seen right now is Psalm 91. Y'all seen the punishment of the wicked. Understand, when the light comes around, how many people start confessing and showing what was in the dark. You feel me? Now think of it like this. That's a double life. They're revealing why most of y'all never caught them cheating on y'all with another woman, because they was playing with another man. You get what I'm saying? And what y'all seeing right now is a lot of, Jeremiah chapter 6, verse 12. You feel me? A lot of this stuff is finna go to somebody else. So it's pointless to self-destruct and then turn around and try to take somebody else with you or think you're gonna get some chump change out of it. That doesn't work that way. You know what I mean? It doesn't work that way. That's a loss of time. That's a loss of patience. That's a loss of everything, but that's on them. That has nothing to do with nobody else. You feel me? We've been doing this too long. You know what I mean? And when I led y'all to know that it was 3 different departments, which one of the hard asses, the tough guys, the emotional damage ones, you feel me? Which one of the weaklings actually can walk down the street and then you see a gang of male officers from 3 different departments, scary as a mug, you know what I mean, trying to instigate them, and they running back to the officers all in front of everybody. You dig? So we're not playing that game. I was in there when they was fisting and arming each other. You feel me? I was in there. I made fun of them. I sung and all that other stuff, you know what I mean, to the females working in there. But nah, I didn't participate with that. That was on them. You get what I'm saying? They went after those idiots because they were already being tampered with. They were already being tied up to bars. They were already being ran through, you know what I mean? So what they did was ran through them some more until they became the assailant, until they couldn't assail no more. So that's why y'all hearing a lot of crybaby stuff. But after all, they was hiding for a reason. You know what I mean? So when y'all see them self-destructing and them officers tied themselves to them, think of it logical like this. In order to go to court on somebody, say somebody called or whatever, you ended up in court. Whoever called that 911 call, they're going to play that back in court, that 911 call. They're also going to call that person because that's an eyewitness. Then they're going to get all the camera systems, all the phones that was, you know what I mean, involved with those persons. You're going to get the history of everything. You're going to get everything, and you're going to find out exactly what it is. Now imagine when you got officers that are supposed to keep their vehicle cameras on and have a body camera on. You dig? Not rolling up and down the street trying to turn off their cam, but their vehicle is being located. And they're in all the bummy places, not doing their job description. And then when their vehicle is located, oh, what is this? Oops, they turned off the camera again. We reformed. That means we actually filmed them doing what they were doing, communicating who what they was communicating with, and we protested against it because we are legal to film them. Do you get what I'm saying? Regardless of the situation. So when we protested against this as a country, you feel me? Racism in the department. When y'all see these sellouts sitting back, walking up and down the street with their phones in their hands, trying to act like they filming somebody, what do y'all see down the street or coming up the street shortly after? Them sirens. Or y'all see a male officer looking hella stupid like that idiot do, because they thought that they was something special or something else. Now take all that, what you already know, what we reformed in, and they supposed to have their body cam on. First of all, if an incident happened, where was they and how did they get there if they didn't get dispatched there? They just popped up. Do you get what I'm saying? They just popped up. Realize how these officers are tying themselves to the problem, because they are the problem. But if you notice, it ain't no female officers. You feel me? So y'all stay safe, drive safe out there. And when y'all see these officers, thank God we all got cameras in our vehicles. You feel me? So y'all go ahead and y'all know, like, yeah, see who they communicating with and see how the traffic environment changes. You get what I'm saying? And see how everything is. Because when y'all see ambulance and fire trucks trying to operate and go up and down the street, they don't do that. They will wait in their station for a phone call, for a dispatch. You feel me? They will clean on that vehicle, fix on that vehicle, do their exercises and all that. They're not doing all the stuff that y'all see these male officers doing. They don't ride up and down the street like that. You know what I mean? Like, if you're wasting your gas, what if you do get a dispatch? Where do you think that's going to go? That's going to go straight to that fire station. And if you're not there, how are you popping up at this location to where this incident is? And we as Americans know already, when a dispatch goes out, this vehicle is going to be dispatched, and they're automatically going to have on their emergency lights. The emergency ambulance, you feel me? The lights, right? All the way there and all the way back. It's a different sound when they couldn't save a life, you feel me? But other than that, no, that's not happening. You feel me? So we're not stupid. They're stupid, but we're not stupid. You feel me? I'm telling y'all all the facts that y'all used in the past and other, you know what I mean, states and in this state too. When I lead y'all back to the badges and y'all known to sue, you feel me? Realize how many millions that is. Realize when somebody is trying to do something that they're not supposed to do, and it goes against total rules that they're supposed to follow. Meaning that's a lose-lose situation. They're not going to provide a lawyer for them. And we're in a win-win situation. You feel me? I always remember protect and serve against all enemies of our country, foreign and domestic. You can't be a domestic enemy of our country and try to hide behind a badge, and you're in contact with all the dirty ones. You feel me? Have y'all noticed how swollen their hands is? That's a disease. When you can't wash your hands and you cannot sleep, how can you operate a vehicle, or how can you work? Legally, you can't. Legally, you can't, because you're already delusional. If you cannot sleep, you're already delusional. You have to be able to rest, take breaks. That's why they have that in the workplace. That's why they have that in school. So imagine when they cannot sleep. Take advantage of having the upper hand. You feel me? And y'all enjoy how fast this week went by, because the next one is going to go by fast too. And happy Friday Eve.